Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first stream of 2022. It's been so long I forgot to change the name from the last stream. My name is Brian of Chamber of the Wraith, and today we're tackling Jurassic World Evolution 2. I'm going to very quickly be posting links to peeps so that they can tune in if they are interested, and, well, we'll see how that works out for us. For now, however, why don't we set ourselves up with a little something, because I've learned that there is actually an autosave bug in Jurassic World Evolution 2 that causes us to crash, and I'd rather not have that, so we're gonna not have it crash. I'm missing an ailment, actually. Well, a type of injury. Some kind of probably infected claw or something like that. Here. Here's a funny little one. There. That's... almost done. I just have a couple more people to notify, and then we can break the silence. Almost ready. Just need to notify a couple more peeps. Boom. All right. Now that everybody's notified, somebody will probably swing by eventually. Now, the first thing we're going to have to do is decide upon a theme. I already did Jurassic World International and Jurassic World UK. And I'm thinking if we do Jurassic World Canada, because I'm Canadian and I figured why the hell not. It is Quebec, but it's whatever. Let's do Jurassic World buildings. Guests only. Custom. Calm weather. keep the... Wait. Find... Do we have a taiga? No, we don't. I wonder what the difference between Jurassic World and Jurassic World Neutral is. Synthesizing failure off. Normal disease. Actually, low disease. Dinosaurs don't starve. Off. Off. Normal. Normal. On. Normal. On. Off. 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 Normal. Unlimited. Normal. 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 Off. On. On. Okay, fantastic. Everything done. Let's get started. We're going to the Canadian mountains to build an idyllic sandbox park. My only rule, the dinosaurs I'm using have to have been discovered in Canada in any capacity. Whether that's just a few fossils here or there, or have been found basically, or are even named after parts of Canada. Welcome to Canada. All right. Now, the fun thing about Sandbox is that, about the Sandbox mode is that now you can actually choose where you want the intro to be. Just also, if you get here, please ignore the scarlet letter thing. So, we can start wherever we would like. I forget that these maps are actually relatively small, at least compared to some of the other maps that we have access to. So I'm actually going to start us off right here. Thanks to the handy-dandy time controls, I can have everything built all at once. So I'm going to do that. This... That covers pretty much the entire area there. Perfect. We're going to go 3 lengths high on wide path. Maybe just 2. Hold on. I kind of screwed up on that one. Fortunately, you can actually move these things. There we go. That's better. Have a detour path off to the side here. Let's see. Operations. A control center. Back over here. A staff center. Where's my staff center? Oh, here it is. Ooh, it's too tight of a fit. That's okay, though. We can just fit it right next to the control center. And then I do this. And then, let's see. We have all of the critical components. We'll have to build a paddock eventually, so we'll save the dino care stuff for later. I'm going to build an emergency shelter. And a restroom. Damn it. Double damn it. Yeah, that should do. And then I'm going to set up a level 4 paddock over here. Now, fences have strength levels. Now, you can actually see directly what strength level the fences are for Jurassic World Evolution 2. So, you always have level 2, and then you can go all the way up to level 5. Now, interestingly, only the level 5 fences do not require power to be at their core strength. If they lose power, they go down a rank in terms of strength. So these level 4 fences, if they were to ever end up losing power, they would end up becoming level 3 fences. There we go. Well, personally, I think it would have been kind of cool to have level 1 fences that were always available no matter what, but at the same time, they will not be powered either. Let's see here. And then there we go. That ought to do it. And then we're going to build a gate. And I may as well build the paleo medical and response facilities now. As long as I remember to have left enough space for a monorail station. I did not. I did not do such a thing. Shoot. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world, I don't think. I hope it's not the end of the world in any case. Because I would like to have a 100% transport rating if possible, but I may have fucked it up. Okay, then in that event, response facility. Maybe I made my first paddock too big. There. Now I can more easily see what I'm doing. I clear this space. It's still not enough space. Okay, how about this then? We cleared this space specifically for the response team and the paleomedical facility. At the very least. This. By the way, don't be afraid to throw messages in the chat, even if you can't see my lovely, lovely face. The only thing is that your responses may be slightly delayed just because of the nature of internet connectivity. Otherwise, you should be all right. Daniel Alcantara. I may have said your name wrong. I do apologize. Hello, and welcome to Jurassic World Canada. At least, the beginning stages of it. Oh my goodness, there are suddenly 4 people here. Hello, everybody! My goodness, suddenly there's a lot of people. Oh, now it's down to just 1. But that's okay. This makes me happy. Fine. People say it wrong all the time. Yeah, you actually said it just fine. Oh, that's great. I'm glad I at least got it kind of right. I'll just call you Daniel because that's much easier to say. Oh yeah, finish. Vor red. Hello. I do not know how to say that, so I'm just going to call you MJ. I hope that is all right. There we go. Wondering how much power we just basically used up. Also, the fences take time to build now in this game too, so I just have to remember to refinish the paddock because of what happened here. Looking good so far. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Juan. Good to see you. All right. Now that all that's done, I'm from the Discord server. Oh, I think I know who you. I think I know who you are. I'm not 100% sure. What creatures are you planning to have so far? The theme is Canadian dinosaurs, so anything from Canada is going to work. And I'm going to start with my first favorite as soon as I hire some people. Because you need scientists still for this sort of thing. But you just need welfare and genetics. Logistics is basically a write-off. So, let's see. And what's cool is that you can actually train them. So, I'm going to have Stephanie Morgan, because that's my sister's name. Aria DeVos for faster treatment. Our genetics specialist, Carol Oladoinbo. Again, I apologize if I butcher any names here. It's not easy. And then we have Mia Okusanya. Gary Chan. No, I need some heavy hitters in welfare. Maybe you can name a Pachyranosaurus Patchy. Oh, are we? Oh, we're going there. We're going for the walking with dinosaurs deep cut there. Love it. Ooh, faster incubation from Minsu Bai. And that just leaves Mishka Wallace. And since everything is technically researched, I'm going to take this time to just train everybody up to their full potential. Let's see. Okay, DeVoe is maxed out. Maxed out. There we go. Why did it just award me that trophy again? PhD in the field. Is the Albertasaurus in this game? Yes, it is. Every dinosaur from Jurassic World Evolution 1 is in Jurassic World Evolution 2, except for Huayangosaurus and 3 of the hybrids. But Huayangosaurus is available if you grab the Digital Deluxe upgrade. So it's not like Huayangosaurus was cut entirely. However, the Ankylodocus, the Spinoraptor, and the Stegoceratops have been cut from the game, meaning the only hybrids in the game left over are the Indominus Rex and the Indoraptor. 63 power, wow. So, yes, in fact, I am actually going to start off with Albertasaurus. One of the new things in Jurassic World Evolution 2 is that you can modify skin and pattern colors, or have the dinosaurs not have patterns to begin with. So, one of the updated things is that you can have random per egg patterns and colors, or patterns and skin colors, in order to give your dinosaurs a little more poisonality. This was added in the first major update, which also included all the Department of Fish and Wildlife things. So when you grab this game now, you'll actually be able to go into sandbox mode relatively easily. You just have to unlock the dinosaurs. You don't necessarily have to unlock the buildings, unlike previous titles. Let's see here. I don't mind needy, so I'm just gonna pump it all into here. Sorry. There we go. So Albertasaurus, synthesis batch size 3, minimum 1. I'm also gonna very quickly upgrade these hatcheries. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, that was just a bad cough. So, Albertasaurus. Let's do... I don't have faster synthesis. So this stage is called the synthesis stage, where you will synthesize the eggs that you're going to be creating. Now I'm actually going to do 2 batches of Albertasaurus eggs. Just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. One thing, too, is that now you don't get telemetry all the time in this game. You actually need to get the stats of your dinosaurs on a semi-regular basis. So, I built an expedition center when that was supposed to be a ranger team. Oops. I was wondering why my shortcut wasn't working. There we go, response facility. It's similar in size, at least, so it's not like I'm gonna miss out on much. Oops. Just gotta wait for the building demolition to finish up. And then I can plant it. Boom! There we go. That's what I was supposed to do. I still have... Yeah, I do. Fantastic. Just had to make sure. And... once it comes time for synthesis, I will start setting up amenities. I'm actually going to very quickly build an alternate power pass so I actually have space for amenities, because I kind of screwed up. I thought I could start here and be clever, but this map is kind of small, so I kind of shot myself in the foot there. Okay, upgrade time. I'm going to do an additional ranger team, and I'm going to do advanced scanners. And then I'm going to do, over here, task scheduling and advanced training. So I'm going to send out the first ranger team to start a patrol. And we have all 3 of our Albertasaurus ready to hatch. So you can actually see if any traits have popped up and turf any of the traits you don't want. Like if you got needy dinosaurs, then you can boot them. But in this case, I'm not that worried. So this one is needy, but resilient and long-lived. So is this one, but it's aggressive. And this one's aggressive, resilient, and long-lived. So this one is probably going to end up being the alpha. Potentially. And then, there we go. So now we can do... because the incubation process for these guys takes about 6 minutes. Well, you know, who has time for that? Let's try and speed things up a little bit. So this will be a 2-minute incubation. This one didn't manifest with any negative traits, so that's good. And we'll just set this up. So now it'll be a little while yet, but we'll take this opportunity to set up our amenities. Because you don't have specifically dedicated buildings anymore. You have amenity structures that you can then use to build into different kinds of buildings depending on what you need. And they come in 3 sizes, as you can imagine. Small, medium, and large. I'm actually going to get rid of this emergency shelter and move it. Because... I was like... oh, well. Okay, well now that was just foolish of me. Oops. It's okay. We all make mistakes, and we've still got time. So... there we go. Just gotta wait for the, again, for the demolition to clear up. And then put it back. Alright, so 2 of our buildings require a pathway. Can I weasel this path in here? Why, indeed I can. And then, who doesn't have... oh, right, the monorail station is at present not available. So, uh-oh. Did I screw this up? I think I screwed this up. This is supposed to be a gift stand thingy. So, synthesis is almost done. I want this. I may have basically ended up making something that it's impossible to get 100% transport rate, but I will still try. There we go. Wow, 7 people are actually in this stream. That's fantastic. Welcome all the beautiful faces. Oh, that's another thing that I forgot. Many carnivores need to have hunting, so this won't cut it. You need to have sources of prey. So I like to set up a couple of goat feeders. So here comes Albertasaurus. Look at the shiny boys.
Welcome to your future.
Oh no, it's NFT girl.
I'm Claire Deering. I used to be management until things went awry. Now I'm more of an admin.
No, it's NFT girl. God damn it.
John wanted a world with dinosaurs, and I want us to take care of them. I hope you do as well. This is the Albertasaurus, so named because it was first discovered in the Canadian province of Alberta. This animal is a smart predator that relies on its rows of sharp teeth. They exhibit pack behavior, which is very exciting to witness, as long as you're doing so from a safe distance.
Also, what do you mean by NFT girl? Oh, Bryce Dallas Howard came out in support of NFTs this morning. That's why I called her NFT girl. So that's fun. Okay, now that we have dinosaurs, I can open up the park. Oh yeah, large carnivores were kind of a hassle. My biggest issue was actually with some of the later herbivores, like Pentaceratops and, shit. Come on! Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. She's otherwise a nice lady, so, you know. I like to think that she's gotten herself caught up in a bandwagon that she doesn't understand, but, you know, it's still shitty. No two ways about it. Build sand around the lake. Ow. Well, of course. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised. But we will see about that. Okay. Still missing rock. So I will have rock all along here. Yes, Stegosaurus was. Now, thankfully, because of the simultaneous incubation thing, dinosaurs with population needs aren't as much of an issue. Some of them can be kind of pains in the ass, but at least you can release them all at once, and you don't have to worry so much about, oh no, I don't have enough dinosaurs. Yes, good. Also, dinosaur population needs increase depending on the amount of animals in there. So see, we had enough sand before, but now we actually don't, because there were more dinosaurs, because we introduced more dinosaurs. So dinosaur space amounts actually kind of matter now, which is very exciting, but can make for things a little bit awkward when you try and cram them into small paddocks and a storm shows up, and then all of a sudden you have 15 Dilophosaurus on the run. But at this rate, I'm not too terribly worried, so... I also set the weather to calm, so it shouldn't be an issue. Now, it says something that the most well-behaved dinosaur in the first game was the murder-happy Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park 3. Yeah. Totally. Okay, so now that we have some guests inside, we can take a look at some profit alterations. And unfortunately, things are a mite awkward. I mean, we have shelter and restrooms kind of covered, but we have 61%. I put my Velociraptors and Dilophosaurus in the same pen. That did not end well. That's actually one of the missions in the first game, too. It's like, what the hell? Okay, so I have so I think this is a little bit screwy, actually. So I could try and fix it by changing things. So depending on the size of your amenity, you have a number of interior modules, and you can change what is being sold to cater to your audience. So in this case, I'm going to sell doll, and then I can have things on the inside, like, say, a skeleton display, which appeals to 2 of the 4 kinds of guests in this game, because there's now different guest types. There's general, adventure, nature, and luxury. You can see a little bit of information about them in your management menus, so you can kind of get an idea as to what you are aiming for. So if we go down to... Yeah, we need more accommodation rating, that's the key one. So, General wants a high dinosaur count, viewing galleries, aviaries, and the Innovation Center. The Innovation Center sucks in this game, so don't even bother. Adventure likes high dinosaur infamy, multiple tours, lagoons, and gyrospheres. Nature guests like high dinosaur comfort, with viewing platforms and the Innovation Center. Again, don't bother with the Innovation Center. It's garbage in this game. So these 2, nature and general, are going to be your most common guest types. Adventure, I find, is the rarest, and then luxury is 3rd place in commonality. Luxury guests want high dinosaur variety, hotels, and gyrospheres as well. So we can kind of fix one of our issues by planting a hotel. Now, hotels actually come in 2 different sizes in this game, small or large. The small hotels can house up to 400 guests, and they are... and you can actually place these things underneath monorail stations. So if you are keen on having having monorails being your primary way of getting around, use the small hotels. But large hotels can house up to 1,000 guests at once. So they definitely have their benefit. But see, I can build the small hotel and still have, like, the wires over top. I'm going to fiddle and tweak with the rest of these things really quick. So, bottled water, no. Let's see what we can do. Let's do smoothies. Everybody likes smoothies. We'll do an aquarium. We'll do an entertainer. And we will do a photo booth. Yeah. Innovation Center can be quite helpful in Jurassic difficulty challenge mode, except Northwest USA. Oh, that cut off part of your comment. I'm going to have to open my phone and take a look. Hold on a moment, if you would please. Tried Innovation Center only, no dino exploit in Germany. Wait, what do you mean a Innovation Center only, no dino exploit in Germany? What? You got to tell me more about that. I mean, Germany wasn't a problem for me. It was actually the one I got on hard in the second fastest time. But I'm genuinely curious. Yeah, we'll sell action figures here. Why not? Nice to know that I'm actually wrong. It's like, this is so useless. And Juan's just like, well, actually. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to be proven wrong. It's just, you know, it's just a little bit funny. Okay. Yeah. God damn it. Hold on. Wait, serious? Use innovation centers and no dinosaurs. Wow. That's a thing? Huh. Maybe I was wrong. How much appeal does an innovation center have? Because most guest attractions only have 100, so... Yeah. And But I thought innovation centers also had. I thought innovation centers had some kind of like attractions. If you use too many of them, it cuts down on their total appeal, right? Or is there something I'm totally missing here? Okay, so this one ended up like this. Hey, it's snowing! Also, thank you for subscribing, Juan. Okay. Hang on a second. At least the transport rating is still 100%. That's good. If I remember correctly, it takes a long time. Hey, Eli! Just means that disasters won't be an issue. I guess so. On the Northwest USA map, I actually got... The part time on hard, I believe, is 8 hours. And I got a part time of 4.5 hours. Yeah. That would make sense to me. Okay. So 65% coverage on shopping... 36% coverage. Okay. Okay. This has to get dealt with sharpish. Oh, I just dove straight into hard because I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna have to play challenge mode, I might as well make it one and done. So that's exactly what I did. I made it a one and done. It took ages. And Arizona is fucking ridiculous. Thank you! I thought I was the only one who had this issue. I found that most of the issues are actually being caused by autosaves. So what I've done is I've made the autosaves occur every 20 minutes. I'm going to name this one Stream. But I found that most of the issues are actually caused by weirdly enough, like, I think it's something weird with the autosaves where it'll autosave just fine, and then eventually it's like it's too many autosaves or something, and then I don't know what causes this, but after that it ends up getting to a point where it legit just does not stop crashing. So I am personally inclined to believe that it is an autosave issue. So if you make the autosaves every 20 minutes, in theory, you should be fine. And just remember to manually save on your own during major things, because it's not a 100% guaranteed to fix, mind you. It's like a 95% fix. You might still get crashes once in a blue moon. Yes, you can, actually. And wait, you know what? I just had a thunk. Why don't I move the staff center? I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do rest time, rest and training cost. There we go. And I'm actually gonna move this staff center up to where the monorail station is, because I don't technically need it per se there. I just kind of liked having it near the control center. I might even move the control center if need be. I just need more space for the buildings that I need to make people happy, because apparently we're having issues in this bish. And I'm going to step it up to a medium drink amenity. All right, so let's see. The cool thing is that you can adjust these things before the things are even built. That was supposed to be a food thing. Hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, it's one of the things that you would find in the base menu of the game. You just go into options and you should be able to find it relatively easily. But yeah, you do that. Theoretically, it should help. It certainly helped me But if it's not a 100% fix, get Frontier on the horn and let them know, yo, my game crashes like a PC from 2005 trying to run Crysis. Help me out here. I know that wasn't the greatest joke, but oh, you know what would have been a better joke? It's like my game is crashing like somebody trying to play Cyberpunk 2077 day one. Excuse the bad jokes. I am not a good comedian. But at the very least, this should get our comfort levels up. Yeah. I'm working on that. Calm down. Don't think that's the entire issue because there's also crashes happening on startup or when loading a game. I've not had that happen where it crashes during the loading process. My problem with JWE is that it turned my computer into a stove. Well, it is a bit of a chunky game, I will say. Let's do superfood juice because I'm feeling healthy. Then we'll have not an entertainer. We'll have infotainment. It has happened with other Frontier games too, like Jurassic World Evolution 1 and Planet Zoo. Interesting. I'm curious. Are you playing on PC? I'm not saying it's like the PC ports are bad because they develop it primarily for PC. It's just that I'm wondering if that's a thing because again, I've not had that issue on PS4. Let's do Korean barbecue. Wait, not Korean barbecue. Vegan moussaka. Ah, okay. Interesting. Okay. That's very strange because I don't have those issues personally. I haven't played Planet Zoo on PC yet, so maybe I'll run into them. But I've not had the displeasure of having things crash during loading. On my end, most of the crashes come from autosave issues. So fingers crossed for you guys. And now Smoothies Smoothies is out of business. Sort of. 100%, 75, 100%. Okay, that's good. Accommodation rating 100%. Sweet. All right. And we have a transport rating of 50. No, is that 58 or 96? I think it's 96% because it's not like closer to the thing. But I kind of fucked up, and unless what's this? Improved construction and storm defense. I thought it was an Epic Games. Yeah, Jurassic World Evolution 2 definitely has crashing issues still, and it's a little shocking that the game crashes so often. What map are we doing? We're on Canada. We're on the Canadian map. Because I want to do all Canadian dinosaurs, because I'm a bit of a silly little patriot type like that. So I'm going to fit. Son of a bitch. Damn it. Indubitably. Unfortunately, I can't fit the monorail stations here because they're so chunky now. Alas, it was not meant to be. Okay, there's no emergency shelters, though, so at the very least I can make that work. So, Dinosaur Park, mostly. Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to kind of stretch it to be like dinosaurs that are in the real world found in Canada, but you can't really find it, but really don't have a lot of Canadian dig site representation. Like T-Rex is an option, for instance, but a lot of the dinosaurs from Canada are going to be that. I'm even willing to kind of bend the rules a little bit. I'm thinking about wherein we can. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. And one of these days, I want to actually do a I just meant because there's a lot of diversity there. Yeah. For sure. That is... You are definitely not wrong. Because North America... It's still funny to me that North America still has over half of the dinosaurs in Jurassic World Evolution. Even after all the new boys. Which, come to think of it, I don't think there is a single new creature. No, wait, no, that's a lie. Mosasaurus and Tylosaurus and them. Are any of the straight-up dinosaurs new ones from North America? Do I have any dinosaur/animals that you try to use in every game map mode whenever possible? Amargasaurus is, like, old reliable for me, so definitely Amargasaurus. Plus, Amargasaurus is one of my favorite dinosaurs, so that's a win-win. I have learned, by the way, Coelophysis is also really good, but I have learned, if you guys are having trouble getting your approval rating up, and you can, build a fucking aquarium. I'm not even kidding. The most busted dinosaur, in quotes, in the game in terms of ratings are the aquatics. I meant it's from North America. Yeah, sure, we can go with that. But I'm going to focus primarily on Canadian dinosaurs, because I think I can get away with just Canada. But, like, I kid you not, one of the reasons I was able to 5-star... I was able to 5-star Northwest US in... Yes, I know they aren't dinosaurs, Daniel. But they... Like, Tylosaurus has one of the highest ratings of any dinosaur in the game. Oh, if any of the new dinosaurs from North America. Oh, Coelophysis. Right. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I kind of treat Coelophysis as kind of a catch-all because of its proximity to Pangea, but I don't do that with Herrerasaurus because I learned via Your Dinosaurs Are Wrong that Herrerasaurus likes it cold. So, cold dinosaurs seems like a fun idea if they ever implement Eutyrannus and actually make it fluffy. Chanjusaurus is fucking great, too. But, so for comparison, Spinosaurus... Can I sort these by appeal? Yes, I can. So the dinosaur with the highest appeal... wait, what? Okay, sorted by appeal now. Okay, that's weird. So the land dinosaur with the highest appeal is Indominus Rex at 1850. The Tylosaurus is between the hybrids and Spinosaurus at around 1650 for appeal per individual, and you release 3 of them per incubation. Ooh, the Buck and Doe T-Rex skins, yeah. But yeah, if you can build aquariums, do it, because I kid you not. Yeah, you only use Chronosaurus. That's perfectly valid, but like from Africa, but Sea Bowery is only from North America. Yeah, that's kind of how I treated it. It's because I know about Coelophysis and some of its cousins being from particular localities in Africa, and I wouldn't actually be surprised if they found other coelophysoid dinosaurs in other places like Antarctica, because Pangea was a thing. But next, on the topic of new dinosaurs, we're going to set ourselves up with let me just see, 64%, 90, 100, 62%. Pterosaurs, I use Geosternbergia, Tyrannosaurus. Instead of the Jurassic World one, they fixed the JP3 Pteranodons. By the way, you actually get them from Mesosaurina now instead of the Lost World. So if that was something you were clamoring for, they fixed that. Now you actually get it from Isla Sauna. I mix pterosaurs together too. My favorite aviary combination is and always will be, I call it La Brasilia, in which I do the 3 compatible Brazilian pterosaurs: Sciarodactylus, Tropiognathus, and Marodactylus, because I love ananguerids. And they work so well. Like, they do reach cohabitation limit, but as long as the paddock is large enough, they're actually relatively fine together. So you can just straight up have those 3 pterosaurs together, and they won't kill each other, because the only disliked pterosaur I can immediately think of is that Tropiognathus doesn't like Tapejara. I can't remember if it's Tapejara or Tapejara, but yeah. The frugivore that's not a frugivore is the only one that's not compatible with anybody else, and they end up getting mowed down. So I'm going to set up a bookstore here because I like my books with charity boxes. Hard J, so it is Tapejara. Okay, cool. Thank you. Mucho apreciado. Pick and mix. Pick your snacks while you read. And have a fossil display. If I can find it. There it is. Yeah. Most of the pterosaurs can kind of get along. And I did find that Attenborosaurus and either Ichthyosaurus or Plesiosaurus can work together. If you force tolerant, then you can keep Tropiognathus with Tapejara. Really? I would have thought that if it's a dislike, it means it's attack on sight. I guess as long as the aggressive gene is not a thing, that would make sense. So I'm going to build a gigantic paddock around this lake. I'll have to look into it. But yeah, when it comes to the aviary, I always like to do the ananguerids together because it just works out really well for me. Plus, I actually really don't like the other pterosaurs except for Geosternbergia. I'm miffed that they fucked up on Tapejara's diet. Dimorphodon, we don't talk about. We don't talk about Dimorphodon. And Pteranodon, I could honestly take it or leave it. I would love to use the JP3 Pteranodons if they didn't have teeth. So I'm kind of waiting for them to do a Lost World Pteranodon so that we actually have the nice long crest while also not having to worry about, you know, teeth in an animal whose name literally means wing without teeth. Come on, guys. I'm going to build a large substation over here. You know what's one building it took me a criminally long time to figure out how to use? The repeater substations. If they didn't have teeth, I'd use... Ah! Yeah, that's actually really cool, because I forget, they did find evidence of Pteranodon having sexual dimorphism, right? So... So that would actually be kind of cool and really smart. Right. Females were like half the size and had a short crest. That's super cool. So this paddock, if you couldn't tell, is going to be a gyrosphere Jurassic tour style thing. They were also way more common than the males. I wonder if that's fossil preservation bias, because if Pteranodon raised the eggs, or raised their babies predominantly, then maybe... Oh yeah. We'll see if Dominion brings any of that back, because we're in the age of nostalgia, so... So maybe they will. Maybe they will. I know for a fact that they did confirm more DLC is coming, and they will be scheduling a Dominion DLC. So, similar to seals and sea lions. That has implications about their behavior, then. Yeah, yeah, that's part of it. The having harems and defending from other males sort of idea. But it also implies that the males may have been aggressive enough to kill any of the males that would have tried their luck, because that's a very common thing among elephant seals, where they will kill, where their fights can lead to lethal conflicts, and I think somewhere in the neighborhood of 1 in 5 elephant seals get killed within the first 2 weeks of existence because they keep getting flattened by the males or something like that. It's something ridiculous like that. So that's interesting. Maybe Pteranodon is a particularly aggressive pterosaur when it comes to defending its territory. So you kind of have to be a big meanie when it comes to, yeah, like elephant seals kill way more of their young than people realize. Query: do we want a Jurassic tour or do we want a gyro station? Do we want the hamster balls or do we want the trucks, basically? Pteranodons won't lunge dive to eat fish in lagoons like they do in the movie. Jurassic tour, always. I like that answer. All right, let's do it then. I always like to pause it just because it meshes with the rest of the aesthetics. I dig it. I like that plan. So it's just going to be a drive around the lake. Still only use the JP Jeep tours whenever possible. Yeah, that's a perfectly valid thing. Okay, there we go. Oh, I actually kind of messed up on that one. So I'm going to, because I want to do photo points. Way too sci-fi. Yeah, I'm actually curious about the logistics about that. Like if it's even remotely possible to have gyrospheres be an actual thing, mechanically speaking. My brother-in-law is a mechanic. Like, he works for Maserati in town. He works for the Maserati dealer in town, so I'm thinking maybe I could poke him and be like, yo, can gyrospheres work, or is it a feat of mechanical engineering that Jurassic World made up almost as much as its dinosaurs? And then we'll do a thoroughfare. I do kind of find it a little bit charming with the bubbles, but I totally understand you're like, what in the fuck are you doing? Sort of thing. I need attractions and I need a viewing platform. There we go. And a viewing gallery over here. What one dinosaur, one pterosaur, one marine reptile am I hoping for DLC? Third option, JP tours. Jeep tours. Ooh. Okay. I've thought about this for a while. And I'm going to give you 4 answers, actually. I'm going to give you 2 dinosaurs, because one of them is not a dinosaur. But I will stick to the rest of the ruling. So one dinosaur I definitely 100% want to see. It's kind of a shoo-in because of the movie, but I really want to see Moros. I'm really keen on seeing Moros and Trepidus show up in this because it's a tiny T-Rex. The pterosaur I want to see is Quetzalcoatlus. I'm not entirely sure if they can make it work with the current aviary system, but I would love to see them try and fit Quetzalcoatlus in there somewhere. And if they can't do an Ashdarkid, then I would like them to do Ornithochirus. What can I say? I like my Ananguirans. And for marine animals, I want Styxosaurus, because I want an elasmosaur-sized long-necked plesiosaur that doesn't look like it got... That doesn't look like it got ripped out of a fucking fantasy book. Because we got Kronosaurus instead of Liopleurodon. Give us Styxosaurus instead of Elasmosaurus, and then I'll be a happy bean. But my fourth choice, I actually really want Dimetrodon to be in the game, because if all the Jurassic World Dominion animals are going to be in, that implies Lystrosaurus as a possible animal they'll bring in. So if we're going to be going non-dinosaur land animals, then in my mind, the immediate next step is Dimetrodon. Because Dimetrodon has been in the Jurassic Park series since the beginning. Like, there were toys of Dimetrodon that were out before the movie came out. And the fact that they have yet to put Dimetrodon in a movie, despite it being the most famous non-dinosaur dinosaur reptile, besides the pterosaurs, is really surprising, in my personal opinion. Like, I'm genuinely shocked that they didn't do that they haven't done that yet. And with Camp Cretaceous, I'm not sure if you guys saw one of the most recent trailer for Camp Cretaceous, but Smilodon, Antiasaurus. That is ringing a bell, but I don't know. Is that Antiasaurus? Is that the one with the almost comically giant carnivorous head? Because I'm trying to remember Antiasaurus, or Antiasaurus, or however you pronounce it. But it is not coming to me at all. Biggest predatory synapsid. Ooh. Well, big carnivore is definitely has more of a chance than one might expect. So I'm going to go take a look at that. Nope. Nope. I'm just clearing my tweets. Nope. That's Erythrosuchus. Antiasaurus is like if a synapsid tried to be a T-Rex. Antiasaurus. Oh, wow. Wow, that is... It still has a really big head, but it's not quite as comically large as Erythrosuchus, and it looks huge. That's actually really dope. I like that. What about you then, Eli? Jurassic World Evolution 2 is Discount Ghidorah. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Canadian dinosaurs. So that would be like Ankylosaurus, Chasmosaurus, Euoplocephalus, Parasaurolophus, Corythosaurus. Let me see here. Edmontosaurus. That feels natural to me because, excuse me, I'm a big fucking dweeb and I live in Edmonton, so Edmontosaurus kind of jumps out at me a little bit. Parasaurolophus, maybe. Pachyranosaurus. Huh. I'm trying to think here. Struthiomimus. I know Styracosaurus was probably a contemporary of Parasaurolophus, but if not Last Day of the Dinosaurs, if March of the Dinosaurs is any indication, Pachyranosaurus and Edmontosaurus would work. And then I could include Euoplocephalus as well. So what I'm going to do, I think... Let me see what they need. Ground fruit and leaf, ground fiber, and Pachyranosaurus needs ground fiber. Okay, great. So ground fruit and ground... So it's a cycad grove plus... What was the other one? Ground leaf. Okay. Because the nice thing is that with ground fruit, it comes with ground fiber because it's a cycad grove. So all I need to do is paint a monumental amount of cycad groves, and that'll cover the ground fiber needs. And then I just have to do leafy climbers. For dinosaur, I want Deinonychirus. Marine reptile, I like a giant ichthyosaurus. Like a giant ichthyosaur, like Symbospondylus, Shonisaurus, or Temnodontosaurus. And a pterosaur, Thalassadromius, the sea runner. See, Thalassadromius is just a really cool name. I am totally with you on having some sort of giant ichthyosaur, especially because they were the biggest marine reptiles, if I'm not mistaken. I recall, because I went to the Royal Tyrrell Museum back when this was an exhibit, that there was a model skeleton of Shastasaurus back when it was believed that they found a Shastasaurus in British Columbia. And the thing was literally the size of a whale. Like, we walked over the skeleton. It was a raptorial predator of large ground animals. Symbospondylus could actually... Yeah, because it's almost mosasaur-like in shape, I could see them rigging Tylosaurus into Symbospondylus. I didn't realize that Thalassadromius was a predator of large animals on land. Let me take a look at this. Ah. Oh, it belongs to its own family. That's neat. Ashdark. Oh, it's an Ashdarkoid. That's why. Shonisaurus, Shastasaurus. So largest marine reptile. Euoplocephalus. Yeah. Okay, well, that'll do for now. So, while we're building fences, let's set up our incubation thingamajiggy. Set this to random, set this to random. Needy is okay, antisocial is okay. I don't want intolerant, though. That's the only thing. So I'm going to... This is thought to be a skim feeder fish, but Witten has done studies to show that this animals have adaptations similar to terror birds and had a very... Oh, hey! Weird as this is going to sound, what if Thalassadromius is the first pterosaur that doesn't eat fish and requires live prey? So it can kill goats and shit and eat them. That would be fucking sweet. Pachyranosaurus is next. Sometimes on the PS4 streaming services, your messages get cut off because it's too long, so I just keep my phone handy just so I can read whatever I miss. Short-lived, I'm definitely going to fix that. Absolutely freaking not. And then I'll do resilient too. Pachyranosaurus. Genetic specialist with this. Faster treatment, faster incubation, and that. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait in order to incubate our hadrosaurs. So we're going to do Edmontosaurus for this one, I think. But let it be known, if you want the paras, they won't be too far behind. There we go. Other pterosaurs, Pterodostro, are Harpactinathus, Isitodactylus, and Hatzegopteryx. I recognize 2 of those names. Pterodostro would be kind of cool if you could have like a krill feeder. And Hatzegopteryx has kind of the Quetzalcoatlus problem, where I'm not sure if they'd ever adapt an Ashdarkid, so that's one of those ones. But Harpactinathus is the one that is catching my attention the most. I hope we can get 3. Two out of 3. Damn. And then should largest Rhamphorhynchoid and a hawk-like predator from the Moors. Ooh! So a big long-tailed pterosaur out of the Morrison, of all places. Neat. How big are we talking here? Like, because big is obviously relative for pterosaurs, but I'm picturing something with like a 4.5 meter wingspan that would have been able to take on something like Ornitholestes. Ecetodactylus was a scavenger from the same place as Baryonyx. Cool stuff, which could potentially imply that Baryonyx ate Ecetodactylus. If one of the Pachyranosaurus begins to talk, that won't be a problem. I hope. Dr. Dua assured me of that fact. About the same size as the JWE Dimorphodon. Okay. Okay. I dig it. Yeah, so let's incubate these two. Who has the lowest amount of stress? You guys do. And then... Uh-oh. I think I forgot to change the color pattern. I did not! Fantastic. Then you and you. I thought Ecedactylus is from Wessex, and... I love those names, by the way. Raparo Venator and Ceratosucops. Such hardcore names. I love it. Okay, while we're here, I'm gonna save my progress so that we don't have a crash. I think that was the sound of all of the plants being set down at once. That's the Edmontosaurus batch. That's 3 out of 5. Either way, it doesn't strike me as particularly unusual. Okay, 5. I would like more Edmontosaurus, though, so I'm going to be that guy, and I'm going to set up another one of these. With you. Now, seems crazy for me to be putting them in the Albertasaurus paddock, but don't worry. That's not the plan. So we're going to start with Euoplocephalus. Incubation time, 3:45. Incubation time, 5 minutes. What I'd love is a DLC that added semi-aquatic animals that would live on placeable islands, like Hesperornis, Deinosuchus, and Nothosaurus. That's wild. Yeah, that would be kind of cool to see. The semi-aquatic animals. Okay, and while that's cooking, I'm going to have 6 trucks on the tour. They better not pull a primeval and make them... What? Hold on. I haven't seen every episode of Primeval, so you gotta fill me in. Hesperornis, a literal seabird, was featherless in Primeval? What? Whose idea was that? Whose flippin' idea was that? I want to talk to them with a baseball bat. Yeah, it was like that's why. That's why I didn't see too much the first season. I clued in around season 2. What the fuck? What in the actual hell, man? Okay, so for guest attraction, I'm going to do a gym because I'm like that. It'll track everybody except for the nature guests, and the nature guests have the dinosaurs over there to bring them in, so... $65%. Good God. See, I wish I was smarter about where I put the opening point, but I'll just have to swallow my pride and accept that I made a boo-boo. Okay, let's not have action figures. And instead, dinosaur adoptions, just like in the novel, where they talked about that being a possibility. And then I'm going to change bottled water to hot chocolate. And I'm going to change authentic sushi to something you can eat on the truck ride, I think. Outside of the lack of pinko fibers. Well, I'm not sure how many pteranodons were in the show, but if it was just the one, you could even make the headcanon that that one just happened to be bald. Waffles. We're going to make Stephanie Brown really happy. Okay, now we release the Euoplocephalus. Well, first I'm going to start the release process of the Edmontosaurus, but more specifically the ones over here. There's the boys! Well, excuse you.
Hey, my name is Isaac Clement, and it's great to finally meet you. I hope you're ready, because the dinosaurs can't wait to meet you too.
I'm sure they can't. That's wild.
Ah, this is a Euoplocephalus, an herbivore and relatively harmless dinosaur, as long as you stay out of the way of the heavy club on its tail. If it swings that your way, you could be relatively finished.
Aren't you funny? Aren't you funny, Isaac? Damn. Guess I'll have to wait. But now, I can do the cool thing and airlift the dinosaurs out of this hatchery throughout the paddock. So one here, and one up here. That way, the Edmontosaurus will maximize their... I mean, Kylosaurus is probably the scariest kind of dinosaur, pound for pound. Yeah, especially when with the recent study that shows that Struthiosaurus, at least, was deaf and apparently relatively sluggish, based off of the brain scans of the animal. You don't want to startle a Struthiosaurus, and you certainly don't want to startle an Ankylosaurus. They're more appearing as cameos in seasons 2 and 3. Okay. So if it was just the one Pteranodon in season 1, you could just make the headcanon, oh, that one just happened to be bald through a genetic mutation. Anyways, here's the Pachyranosaurus. It looks weird when they fight and they, quote, lock horns, but... I love that green one on the left! Oh my goodness! Hello, pretty! Hello, pretty one. I love you.
I'm George Lambert, in charge of security. And I just want to remind you that the safety of our guests and our dinosaurs, well, that's job one.
Yeah. A big herbivore with poor sense is a bad thing to be around. Yeah.
They say fences make good neighbors. I say without them, dinosaurs like this one, the Pachyranosaurus, shouldn't be in the park. This animal is built like a tank, and it has the personality to match.
You know what's funny, though? Rhinos in captivity are big 3,500-pound puppies because their fear response, you know, attack anything that moves, is really only harbored in the wild.
Interesting. An Edmontosaurus. This is an herbivore that can move on all 4 feet or go upright and walk on its hindquarters.
But yeah, Okay, you already know, but I
easily than some of the others.
Generally I don't trust large herbivores to begin with. I mean, that's valid. That's a perfectly valid response. Like, hey, that's not cool. And our star rating is only down because we're transporting tranquilized dinosaurs. It'll be back up before you know it. Something I actually learned while playing this game. Okay, hot chocolate is good. Let's do a sculpture. Sauropods, on the other hand, would be terrifying even if it likes you. I would agree, because if it decides to try and show affection, you've got to find a way to hug a 30-ton dinosaur without it squishing you. Hey, Patchy! Yes. You got to find a way to play with it without getting flattened, basically. Which evidently is easier said than done. Waffles! I'm going to do a dance machine. I'm going to make this Stephanie Brown's waffle shop. Even though technically her favorite food is actually mashed potatoes, I'm going to roll with it. Do this. And then I'm going to have a selfie spot, an aquarium, and a fossil display. I went right past it, didn't I? I sure did. So here's a question for all of my fellow dino nerds. What is your favorite dinosaur documentary that they released in the last, let's say, 15 years? Oh. Oh, I just noticed how stiff the tail actually is when it goes wallop. Watch again. I actually really like. Most of them have been shit. Yeah, I know. I think mine, at least in recent memory, was actually March of the Dinosaurs. Mostly because it showed the dinosaurs doing diverse but possible behavior. Which, like, one of the Edmontosaurus having a brain tumor that slowly kind of drives it aggressive was a really cool one, in my opinion. Or the I think it was supposed to be a Sauropelta or Edmontonia that was eating bugs out of the log. Oh, you haven't seen it? I recommend giving it a look. It's about an hour and a half long, and the dinosaur. And if you're keen on looking, and if you don't want to get spoiled, I'll stop saying it. But it follows a migration of dinosaurs about 75 million years ago. So right at the heyday of the Cretaceous. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be Edmontonia, but I had a slip of the tongue. You gotta love Styracosaurus. Okay, you don't care about spoilers. So the dinosaurs featured in there are Edmontosaurus are the primary dinosaurs. This was, I believe, 2012, so we didn't know about the rooster comb yet, I don't think. But there is a secondary protagonist in an Alaskan Troodon. They're named too. The main Edmontosaurus is named Scar, and the main Troodon is named Patches. Then we have an Edmontonia, a Gorgosaurus in the Alaska section, so because this was before Nanoxaurus was found. Albertasaurus shows up for one scene, and Pachyranosaurus shows up as well. So you get a pretty decent variety of dinosaurs. And the migration goes from Alaska to the summer home environs to the winter environs in Alberta. So that's the direction that they follow. And like I said, the behaviors that they show are actually kind of interesting. You see Troodon hunting mammals and being smart. You have it also out of date because we have evidence that the Prince Creek dinosaurs didn't migrate. Ah! The more you know. It's funny what 10 years will do to a documentary, eh? East to west, so to the Western Interior Seaway, all the way out to what would have been the Pacific Ocean, across where the Rockies would have been. Neat. Or would end up being, rather. Okay, and I'm gonna arrest all these scientists here. I'll take a quick look at our ratings and see what we can do about it.
En route to collect the asset.
Because I feel like I'm missing a few things. Of course I'm missing the stuff that goes to the viewing platform. Damn it. Restroom coverage. 7%! Okay. I didn't realize the situation was quite that dire for lavatories. I really enjoyed episodes 2 and 4 of Dinosaur Revolution. Okay, that leads me to a follow-up question. If you guys did see Dinosaur Revolution and ended up watching Dinotasia, which is the remake of it that came out like 2 years later, how do you feel about Dinotasia?
Commencing asset transit.
%51 coverage. No, that'll cover it. Fantastic. Yeah, so immunity coverage is one thing. 4%. And that came out around the same time. The way I try and remember it as one of them is British, because I have a friend from the UK who I actually mailed a copy of Dinosaur Revolution, or Planet Dinosaur. Look at me, I just did it. I mailed them a copy of Planet Dinosaur to them because I bought it online and I didn't realize it was Region 2, which means it could only be played in the UK. So I kind of sat on it for a while. And then they mentioned that they wanted to get into Dino Docs. I'm like, oh, wait a second. I have this dinosaur documentary right here. Here you go. %. There we go. That fixes most of our shelter problem. I don't know why it's only at... Okay, it just took a little bit to readjust. A really good Mapusaurus. Yeah. Also, I love that in fixing the bathroom and shelter thing, my rating doubled. Let me see here. Profit generation. Everything else is fine. 87% technically. But again, I can't fix that particular issue, I don't think. Yeah, no, there's no way. Not even if I'm being cheeky. Even if I were to be cheeky, I'd only be able to get one in there. Damn. Canada's not treating me nicely here. Rude. David Krentz. David Krentz was the narrator, yeah? I do not know. What I do know is I'm going to take a ride in the Jurassic tour. I don't know if I would enjoy open canopy, basically, but...
Edmontosaurus may not have a striking cranial crest like other species of large hadrosaur, but instead receives adoration for its toothless beak, with its mouth shaped similarly to that of a duck or a spoonbill.
I mean, Untasia was a bit of a disappointment since it cut out most of the Allosaurus storyline. Yeah. If Dinotasia was like walking with dinosaurs, more so, like where it's actually kind of long, I would have kind of dug it. Indeed.
Herbivore was widely distributed across western North America, Edmontosaurus was first discovered in southern Alberta, Canada, and named after the province's capital city, Edmonton.
Yes. I'm glad they finally actually dropped that little factoid on people. Okay. Let me double check something really quick. Let's see here. Other Canadian beasties that I can do. Well, there's Pachycephalosaurus, and I'm kind of surprised I didn't do Pachycephalosaurus already. Wait a minute. How's the cohabitation level for these guys? 18%, 25%, and Euoplocephalus is 0% because it likes them both. Okay, let's do Pachycephalosaurus in here then, too. And maybe I can sneak in Struthiomimus. Maybe. So this is a batch of 8. Okay, interesting. What is it compatible with? Sauropods and Kylosaurs. Okay, so we'll try. Randomize. Randomize. Fix the sickly trait. Apply that. Ground leaf. Okay, so not anything to write home about. Okay. Hopefully we get a decent amount out of that. And then I'm going to double check Struthiomimus just to see what they can roll with. Ground leaf, forest, and roll with those guys. Okay. Fortunately, I think there's enough forest between, like on the island and all the others. That should be okay. Struthiomimus has a pop of 7, which is weirdly low for an ornithomimosaur. Change this, change that, and for traits is why you prefer the Jeeps. That's valid, because, like, you know, at least you're kind of protected from accidentally getting walloped by a stegosaur of some kind. I'm gonna make them hyper-tolerant. And I'm going to breed 2 batches of these guys. I'm going to breed 2 batches of Struthies, and then we're really cooking in the Alberta sun. Pachycephalosaurus is done. Wait, we only got... Hold on, let me double check the number. 4 out of 8? Absolutely not. If we get 8 on this incubation, I'm just going to turf all of the others. Give them the boot, as it were. But 5 and 5. That's good for Struthi. Another fight between the Euoplos. Jeez. It's a good thing I rested with the scientists beforehand. It's the birds.
Look at an ostrich or emu, then look at this latest dinosaur, the Struthiomimus.
That's
And
better.
tell me if you don't see a connection. This is one of the more bird-like dinosaurs that we've brought back from extinction. It literally has a beak instead of teeth. It's an herbivore that prefers to move in herds. Overall, a fantastic addition to the park.
Indubitably. Now, where in the hell... Oh, whatever it was, it healed. Fantastic! Fantabulous news! Okay, I may as well... Or... Had an undiagnosed ailment, and now it's gone, so... Literally, most dinosaurs have Isaacs... Wow, I fucked that up. Literally, most dinosaurs have beaks, Isaac. Very, very true. But, I mean, he's the entertainment guy, so... I wasn't expecting him to be the most up-to-date on dino fact knowledge. Now, if Dr. Dua had trouble, then I would have some questions about what the hell she was doing. There we go, 6 Pachycephalosaurus.
I work with the dinosaurs, and now you do too. I'm Owen Grady.
And the
From my
answers to those
experience,
questions would be
I've learned
something
the most
ethically
important
dubious.
thing is to respect these animals, because if you don't, they won't have any trouble making you their next meal.
Yeah, whatever you say, not Chris Pratt.
This is the Pachycephalosaurus, or thick-headed lizard in Greek, which is where it gets its name. Claire has accused me of being this dinosaur more than a few times. It's
That's
also
a
an herbivore,
problem.
so obviously she couldn't be more wrong. About me, I mean.
That's an issue. I did not realize that it was going to be... I mean, they shouldn't be killing the other dinosaurs at least, but I didn't realize it was going to be quite so cramped. And the Struthies even have a cohabitation issue. The Uaplos don't seem to, though. What about the Pachyrhinos? They're right on the cusp. And we don't know about the Edmontosaurus. Nope, they're on the cusp too. Okay, so it's just the smaller herbivores that are troubled. Excuse me! Coming through!
Pachycephalosaurus, the thick-headed lizard from Cretaceous North America.
Why does he sound like Walter Cronkite?
Best known for the
I don't know if any of you saw the old dinosaur documentary, Dinosaur! With Walter Cronkite, but the full episode should still be up on YouTube, and I'm still laughing because like, hey, the guy from the show and whatnot. Yes, I know. The transport rating is technically garbage. I literally can't fix it because I fucked up like an idiot. So sue me. Also, like fences, monorail tracks have to be built after you place them. Herbivores of this game can be a pain whenever they fight. Yeah, which is unsettlingly frequent. Herbs are more fight-happy than carnivores. I mean, yeah. Also, I learned the hard way. Just because an animal likes other animals doesn't necessarily mean that...
thick bony dome that crowns the skull of Pachycephalosaurus protects the brain, but allows it to...
It doesn't mean that they are actually friendly. Like, I learned that the hard way when, during my carnivore run, during the carnivore park run, I tried to do Majungasaurus and Chanjusaurus because apparently they are somehow compatible with each other. And they kept killing each other regardless. It's like, excuse me? I thought you guys were supposed to be friends. Whatever. And out of juice. Okay, I should have seen that one coming, to be fair. Get pissed and start breaking everything. Yeah, because they had a relatively low population maximum. But I learned through my unhealthily large amount of hours playing Jurassic World Evolution 1 that the best way to kind of set up a Pachy paddock is 5 Pachycephalosaurs and 3 Ankylosaurs. Like Ankylosaurus. Okay, and over here, I'm going to set up another predator cage. Only this time, I might go a little more Maastrichtian. We'll see. Yeah, we are technically a 5-star, so I did technically succeed. Transport rating is still 100% though. Wait, it went up to 100% just by... Oh, okay. All right, I'll take what I can get. Okay, let's take a look at carnivores and see if I can remember. Okay, lack of space. That's actually kind of valid. Let's see if I can't fix that. Yeah. Shish. Guest crowding. Oh, strange. Let me see here. Carnivores from Canada. Acro? No. Birdo? No. No. Definitely not. Definitely not. Nope. Definitely not. Nope. No. No. I know the Morrison Formation technically stretches up into Alberta, but I don't think we found any dinosaurs in the Albertan parts of the Morrison, so... Nope. Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. T-Rex, maybe. Nope. 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 Yes. And no. So, our only small predator is Troodon, so I guess we have to do T-Rex. I mean, is anybody gonna complain about the T-Rex? I mean, I hope nobody complains about the T-Rex. It's the fucking T-Rex. But that means I'm gonna have to beef up the fencing power. Hold on a second. I name one of them Grimlock. You have a Transformers PFP, don't you? Because that would make sense. Alright. Let's breed ourselves a T-Rex then. Or 2. It's Optimus Prime from Bumblebee, though. No harm there. Spad no expense. Indeed not, Daniel. But before we get too carried away, we need to modify the T-Rex genome. 1993, 1997A, 1997B, 2001, random. 25% chance to be strong. Let's make it 100%. And 75% chance to be defensive, and 100% chance to be defensive with a 25% chance at resilient. Have you ever had a T-Rex bust out of its enclosure? I have. In Jurassic World Evolution 1. Anyway, in Jurassic World Evolution 2, I've never actually had that problem. Oh, that's right, because the fences are not fully built. Well, there goes the safety rating for a little bit. How many people died? I think in the course of the 3 breakouts was when one of them had rabies. Yes! I'm also really glad that, like, the disease has actually altered behavior now. But no, I've not had a T-Rex breakout in Jurassic World Evolution 2. In JWE1, when the T-Rex would break out, my first T-Rex breakout was on Isla Pena, and I think she ended up killing 25 people by running them over and eating some of them. Oh yeah, because they have social needs, especially the Stegosaurus and Albertasaurus. There we go. There we go. T-Rex batch ready. One's antisocial, the other one is intolerant. And it's going to take 10 minutes. Unless we do faster incubation and positive influence. And then who has our highest welfare? This one. That's going to make it 2 minutes. You think herbivores would be nicer? And again, a lot of modern herbivores aren't exactly sunshine and rainbows. Just look at rhinos. Yep, or elephants, or Cape buffalo, or... There are examples freaking lore if you know where to look. Power station. Did I not... I must not have connected the... Okay. There we go. I was about to say, hold on a minute. You Struthies did not actually manage to break out, did you? That should be impossible. Okay. Because getting disemboweled always makes me kinda mad. Sorry. Are herbivores classified as herbivores? That doesn't feel right given how straight up they can be. Yeah. Yep. They are herbivores predominantly, although they may not be, they're probably not strict herbivores like a lot of herbivores. Like cows chew on, like a lot of animals chew on bones, for instance. Giraffes have been known to do it. Cows have been known to kill and eat snakes. And various such examples that way. So hippos probably aren't exclusively herbivores, but, you know, they're definitely predominantly herbivorous, and they are very, very cranky. As one might expect. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a burger joint.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Kajal Dua. I'm something of a perfectionist, and I demand it in others. So I expect that you'll do your best. I just wanted to make that clear. Oh, and welcome. They did this in the wild. Now they can fight in captivity.
Yeah, they've specified cheap burgers, but what's funny is that burgers and fries is worse. like, in terms of overall satisfaction. I'm gonna sell park sponsorships. And now, hello, girlies. Did this one come out with the 2001 pattern?
There isn't a more iconic dinosaur than the T-Rex. Even people who don't know the difference between herbivore and carnivore know all about the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And when you see her up close, feel her gaze, you understand why the T-Rex was the ruler of the Cretaceous period.
I mean, you would know that firsthand, Mrs. NFT. If ceratopsid / hadrosaur burgers. I read that as rangers, and I got really confused. But, you know, that certainly would be a good use for the dinosaurs that die of old age. Pants poopingly terrifying dinosaurs here. Missing forest. I was not expecting that to be a problem. But I suppose as they branch out, they'll find more. Sand, I forgot about, though. So, give them a nice little sand. Oops. I mean, that's not harmful, but I screwed up. Give them a nice sandy freshwater beach. Because don't we all like sandy freshwater beaches? Still not enough sand. There we go. And then as they head out that way, they'll find more forest. So I'm confident they'll be fine. Now, I kind of want to be cheeky and have marine animals. Does it give you more options to play around with habitat customization? Yes, they do. Yes, they did. And in fact, some of the dinosaurs have specific terrain requirements now. So you have, I'm going to, because this is not going to affect anything, you can build thick forest or light forest, as you can see. You can, different plant types, you have leafy things. It says they love sand. Yep. They love sands, too. You can have calamities, which gives you tall fiber and ground fiber, and I think partially contributes to forest if it's tall, like Tempskaya. Cycad groves, ginkgo, seed plants, and then you have just straight up ornamental shrubs of a couple of different kinds for plants. And then you have water naturally, different feeders. Here you go. Depending on where you're from or where you're in, you can have different things. Like you can have a grass texture, a rock texture, a snow texture. I don't think anything needs tall fiber. I will double check for you, actually, because I feel like one of the sauropods might. Hold on. Let me take a look. Which is good, because calamities were extinct like 100 million years before the dinosaurs. Okay, let me double check with the sauropods. Apatosaurus. Apatosaurus needs tall leaf, tall nut for Brachiosaurus. Camarasaurus needs tall leaf and nut. Diplodocus needs tall nut, or tall fruit. Dreadnoughtus needs tall fiber. So Dreadnoughtus needs tall fiber and tall fruit. And then Mamenchisaurus needs tall leaf. So Dreadnoughtus is the only dinosaur that needs tall fiber. Also, if we go back to environment stuff, because I wasn't quite finished, you have 15 different kinds of rocks. Which kind of makes sense, because if I'm not mistaken, you actually don't like Dreadnoughtus that much. Should have... Araucaria. The monkey puzzle trees, yeah. And then slope stuff is nothing to write home about. But now, with water and terrain, you can see terrain slopes, so you can kind of get an idea as to what you can alter and what you can't. But now, I feel a little bit cheeky, and I'm going to actually have a non-dinosaur here. Damn it. It's a small aquarium, but it's still an aquarium. Wait. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Elasmosaurus. Trying to think. Elasmosaurus, Tylosaurus. Because I'm going to count anything that lives in the Western Interior Seaway as Canadian. So, Elasmosaurus, Tylosaurus. I think that's it, because the only other animal I can think of is Mosasaurus maximus, and I don't know how you... And I don't think any Mosasaurus proper fossils were found in Canada anyway, so... Okay, yeah, that's better. It's not going to be quite the same, but... Pteranodon and Geosternbergia were Western Interior Seaway, so... Pteranodon, Geosternbergia, and Troodon are going to fill out the list then. Fantastic. Go. There we go. Yeah, that's right. Of course they were. Because they were found in Kansas, so... Just because there aren't any definitively Canadian pterosaurs or marine reptiles in here. I'm gonna go with the excuse of, you know what, anything from the Western Interior Seaway counts. That's unfortunately quite a small paddock. I'm not entirely convinced that that will keep the Tylosaurus happy, but I'm gonna have to roll with it. I'm gonna have to roll with it! Is it obstructed, or is it just because it doesn't have any water? I'm gonna guess it's because it doesn't have any water. There we go. I'm also a little bit upset that Tylosaurus doesn't eat from the shark feeders. Only Mosasaurus and Kronosaurus do. Is that a goddamn shark dispenser? Why, yes, indeed, that is a goddamn shark dispenser. Only usable by Mosasaurus and Kronosaurus, though. So we're not going to be putting it in this particular one. But yes. Right out of the Jurassic World movie, just hang a shark over the side and let the Mosasaurus take care of the rest. I wish it at least rammed its prey like it probably did IRL. Are you talking about Mosasaurus, where it, like, rammed into things tooth first? Oh yeah, and I have to make a Zinda later. Yeah. Tylosaurus, okay. Yeah, see, if it wasn't for the fact that the thing looks like Ghidorah, if it was earthified, I would totally do Elasmosaurus here. So I'm unfortunately toothless nub. Oh, kind of like Gharials and Caprosuchus. Knobbed lizard. Right? No, that's Nodosaurus. Anywho, yeah, see how Tylosaurus has a stupid high approval rating of like 1681? Only Mosasaurus has a higher approval rating of 2500. And you can really only do one at a time. You may be able to do two Mosasaurs, but I think they actually fight each other. Whereas Tylosaurus can actually hang out and not try and kill each other all the damn time. That's gonna take a while. Ooh, before I forget. Also, the sharks did nothing to deserve being upside down like a wet t-shirt. Nope. Look at the last bit of the snout. It has no teeth. I'll take a look at that, actually, in short order here. Because I can go into the Jurassic World database and get a closer look at the animal in here. Huh, so it does. Oh, and if it's pointed like that... If it's pointed like that at a fairly narrow point, that could shatter some ribs. That could shatter the ribs of a large plesiosaur. Or another mosasaur. That is wild. I'm here for it. Impressions of other animals' bones have the same shape as the snout tips. So, Tylosaurus was definitely smashing headfirst into things. Really good to know. Couches. We could customize buildings too. I'll take the time to show it off once this is done. I just have to find. There we go. And park sponsorships is fine already. I just need to set that up a little better. Yes, have an aquarium next to that. That makes sense. And then these guys, we're going to have to do more natural stuff too. So bench seating. Stools. Water feature. Seating booths. How about a fountain? Why not? All right. Actually, why don't we customize them now? So I can very quickly show off the building customization feature. Why does nobody want to buy any books? That is upsetting. You know what? Fine. I'm going to move this over. Screw this, I'm moving it over. Books are for nerds. Dinosaurs are for nerds. Anyways, so customization features. Let's start with superfood juice. So you'll notice it's the base is the best mosasaur. You can change the signage, change the decor, change what's on the roof, change entrance locations, and entrance types too. And roof types, and even the style of building. And you can change colors too. So the main is that kind of ugly shade of purple. Well, you could choose from one of those various colors, or you can go to custom swatches. Custom swatches. There we go, color picker. And then use the right stick to pick your saturation. Use the left stick to choose your color grade. Secondary colors, blue umbrellas. I just wish you could preview the... Oh, no, you can. I just noticed the trim on the windows there. I was hoping that that would change the color of the umbrellas. I don't see any real difference here. That green is hurting my eyes. I'm sorry! I wanted it to match the signage. I'll be quick. Hold on. Wait. Okay, that changes the color of the umbrella. Okay, I'll just do red for that. And I'll make the lights green. And then, once you're done, move on. Except it's the only medium amenity left. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do... Hey, wait a second. There we go. You can do the same sort of thing here. Like, it says it's sushi, but I'm just going to set that to toys. And you get different I think you get different decoration options based off of where you go, but I'm not 100% sure. Doll. Vegan moussaka. Why is the thrill thing set to 100%? That doesn't make any sense. That's very strange. Smoothies. Wish you could change the color of the signs there. But you get the idea. You could change the buildings. And honestly, I am not that fussed to keep doing it. So I'm just going to focus on this. Oh yeah, like, you could customize all of your amenities to be however you please and make new defaults and whatnot too. And let's say you're watching the show and you see that the Mosasaurus has grabbed a shark, but you want to keep watching the Mosasaurus. Well, and you can go backwards too. So I'm going to set both of these to lower. Because... Can I add stuff underwater? No, you can't. You cannot add anything to the underwater paddocks, unfortunately. And that's one of the big things that people want to see added in the future. Let's see. Faster incubation. Where do you go? You can't even technically go underwater until you select a dinosaur. So... While we're waiting for them to incubate, let's take... Oh, that's internal bleeding. That's not good. Come here. Oh, that reminds me. If you ever had trouble tranquilizing dinosaurs manually, like I did, there's a really nice new feature that they added that makes this actually worth doing. Lock on. Allowing you to tranquilize thingies and not have to worry a damn thing about missing. Make the habitat a little less plain. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the view, the base decor, it's kind of hard to see, unfortunately, that's the other thing. There is some kind of base decor, like seaweed and rocks and whatever, but that's about all you get. I totally agree, though. Adding decor would be a fantastic feature. Especially if they ever decide to put some kind of shell-eating animal like Henotus or Pachyranosaurus in here. So you can have little shellfish feeders. And then if they do have shellfish feeders, they better fix this Ungaripterus's diet, too. Excuse me. We're going until 11 o'clock for this stream. So we're almost done. Just have to do the pterosaurs and the Troodon, and then I'm basically finished. Globidens. Hang on a second. That name is ringing a bell, but I gotta go take a look.
Asset transported.
Oh! Oh, yeah. It's one of the mosasaurs that was a shell crusher, right? And then we can have a small mosasaur, too. Not just the giant ones. Okay, here we go. Oh, I love when you get the view from below. That's cool.
Remember when you were a kid and they told you not to eat, then go in the water? But with this predator, the Tylosaurus, if you go in the water, you're gonna get eaten. I mean, seriously, this is every sailor's nightmare come to life.
Right. Oh, that's unfortunate. It looks like they have teeth going all the way down to the tip of the snout. I think those first two sets of teeth on the left there should probably go away. To make a more accurate Tylosaur.
I'm Dr. Henry Wu. I'm a scientist. Some might call me an artist, a sculptor. My sculptures are living, breathing dinosaurs.
You're blowing smoke up your own ass, Wu.
The veterinary team's diagnosis is that this dinosaur is bleeding internally. We take action now, or the animal dies.
Not technically undiagnosed. We know what it is.
Picking up asset.
Gonna arrest everybody else in the meantime.
Asset
And you have minor wounds, a broken claw. So we'll take care of that in short order. And then let's see how the Tylosaurs are getting on. He's just there. I know. Fun fact, though, when the return of Dr. Wu was a thing, was a new thing for Jurassic World Evolution 1, I actually recorded a full-blown kind of live series thing, and I even got my brother-in-law to help me out with by being a hired goon for Dr. Wu, and basically abducting me. So I thought it was a little bit strange that there wasn't any malice, like any actual malice that Dr. Wu does. So I figured I'd play into the more menacing side. Mwahaha, he is evil. Or something. I don't know. Okay. And now for my transport rating to go down the toilet for a little bit. Now here's a question. If you could fix any of the dinosaurs or marine animals in Jurassic World Evolution 2, who would you fix and how would you fix them? And this could be anything, like design-wise, statistics-wise, behavior-wise. Oh, shit, I think I messed up.
Confirming asset delivery.
Yeah. Hello. Hello, Alien. Hey, Aileen, sorry. Ow. Why does it keep doing that? Fly a Pleurodon by making it actually look like a pliosaur, not a croc with flippers, and make Elasmosaurus not like bootleg Ghidorah. I can get behind that. Those are definitely not wrong answers. Ugh. That just smarts, though. That actually hurt. Okay, so now to build an aviary. Get a feel for the lay of the land. Damn it. I would like add baryonyx if it weren't the bootleg Dino Croc design being the movie's fault. Yeah. I think 6 sections should be enough, and then I can fill that lake with Troodon. Well, that's cool. You can like put it perfectly horizontal against the viewing thing, and then make it wider. What am I making? I am making a Jurassic World theme park. My only real limitation is I can only use creatures from Canada or from the Western Interior Seaway. And I'm actually almost done. Let's see. Avian viewing gallery. Almost done. Just need... There we go. Must have hit the button by mistake.
Assets in the air.
There we go. So Pteranodon and Geosternbergia. And then we should be done. What is my favorite dinosaur? A very good question. I'm quite partial to the armored one, so I'm gonna go with Kentrosaurus. Okay, needy, social, weak, with fish and rock and lots of water. And these guys need forest too, so...
Asset delivery confirmed.
I'm going to set this up with thick forest back here. And then... water. Excuse me. Why are there terrain constraints? This is nonsense. Okay, that's very strange. Go. And they need rock. So... my favorite dinosaur is Albertasaurus. Very nice choice. Unorthodox seal of approval. Alright then. So that should theoretically be enough. Almost done. Okay. Geosternbergia. And I think I'm actually going to take the idea from Eli. Turn off that need. And let's see here. We're gonna breed. Okay, I want maximum females, and then I'm gonna use the Pteranodon 2001 as a surrogate male. And then we'll be breeding 2 kinds of Geosternbergia. There we go. Geosternbergia! And then we're gonna, because we'll probably need 3 fish feeders, so. Beautiful. And then over here, I'm gonna build a ranger post, because over here is gonna be Troodon. The monorail trail is not done building it. What is your hatest dinosaur design in this game? My least favorite, it's a toss-up between Liopleurodon and Elasmosaurus. Elasmosaurus isn't as egregious, but I like Elasmosaurus more. Liopleurodon is just fucking terrible. I mean, it's not technically a dinosaur, but, you know. They're not technically dinosaurs, but I think you know what I mean. Troodon, there you are. Needs forest, open space, some prey. Okay. And let's fix this short-lived thing. Hold on to my horses. Go. Let's see. Acrocanthosaurus and Carcar. Really? Not a big fan of either of those two, eh? Fair enough. Carcharodontosaurus is a bit funky looking. I guess we'll have equal amounts then. And we'll incubate Geosternberg. Oh, it has 2. Okay, cool. So it actually kind of matches the ratio that Eli was talking about earlier. And there we go. Eight out of 10. That works well enough for me. Although I might actually incubate. Hey, it's Chris! Good to see you, my man! It's been an age, and you caught me at the tail end of the stream, so I'll give you a quick park tour as to what we were building while you were away. We have... Did you know there's Dimetrodon in the game files? I did not. I will have to investigate that rumor myself. So I have Albertasaurus. Smaller, faster cousins of T-Rex. Yeah. Then we have the Jurassic Tour, which has Edmontosaurus, Pachycephalosaurus, Pachyranosaurus, Euoplocephalus, and Struthiomimus. Also, we're building in Canada, which is why it's snowing right now. Over here, we have T-Rex. Up here, we have Tylosaurus. That's somewhat personal of a question. Eileen. So I am not going to answer that. Uh-oh. Tyrannosaur fight. Ended up not being enough for us after all. Oh boy. Now that's quite the mess. Live in the Philippines. Nice. And we're finishing up on our last paddock now. Why are you uncomfortable? Lonely? Where's the other one? Oh, on the... That's a little bit awkward. You're on the opposite end of the paddock of each other. Whoops. Now for the really expensive surgery.
Asset requiring collection.
Pteranodon.
Asset has been collected.
I'm surprised I didn't get a dossier from the Pteranodons. Genuinely surprised. Wonder if it was bugged. You don't like the Jurassic World Pteranodon? Nothing wrong with that opinion. That's why I have both.
Asset has been transported.
I guess them being all female would actually explain a lot. That's weird. How come I didn't get a dossier for Pteranodon? Double check some traits real quick. Okay, once we're done here, well, let me double check something really quick. What is my accommodation at? %75%. Okay. Transport the T-Rex. Plonk.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
Out of 4. Ouch. That'll be an extra 1,000 people. Hello, cat. Space here is a bit limited, so I'm actually gonna go to the medium amenities. Spot there for a second. And I'll fix all of that later. Almost done here.
Can be bonkers at times, then you've never laid eyes on this newest animal, the Geosternbergia. However, it is apparently graceful in the air. Not that I would know, but isn't that your job?
Cat, why are you licking my elbow? Braddockneem, Aguchaceratops, Yangchuanosaurus, myriad, and Torvosaurus. You know, I could totally get behind. Myriad being in the game. Now that they don't have to deal with the whole weird, tall, small herbivore feeder thing. I'm gonna set you guys up with energy drinks now. And skeletons. I thought you said cabot, not cat. That would be hilarious. Cabot, stop licking my elbow. No, it's the cat. The cat's being nuts. In the most delightful way possible. Stuffed toys, because I like stuffies. Gonna do skeleton display, aquarium. And then up here with le food, I'm actually gonna keep the sushi because over there are the fish eaters. And I like my theming. I'm gonna do skeleton display and fossil display. And just for good measure, I'm gonna do a fish tank. There we go. 84, 94, 96. Again, if only I could fit my food over here, that would be optimal. But do I watch Walking with Dinosaurs? Once in a while I do, yeah. Haven't in a while. Yeah, it's as I feared. There's no realistic way. Or is there? Yes. Yes. No. Oh. I did it. Woohoo! Okay. Okay, what about the others? The other documentaries? If they're on, or I find them. There we go. Churros! Who doesn't like churros? We're almost done anyway. Okay, that Rex is in transit. We are incubating. Okay, yeah, these guys are ready for release. Free the Troodon!
Personally, I don't think the Troodon gets as much respect as it should. It's one of those dinosaurs that seems like an evolutionary bridge, stuck in time and transition. The platypus of its day. And now, ours. It's also incredibly interesting to study and display, so make the most of this animal.
Well, good news for you. I have churros now. Oh yeah, the other, if that's what you meant by the other ones, then absolutely. Squeakies! What the fuck is Clement talking about? Don't ask me, man. If I had to guess, Clement is saying that because it's like he's hinting at the whole dinosauroid thing, but why not hint at the dinosauroid thing? I don't understand. I don't understand these people sometimes. Okay, let me double check something because I'm entirely sure. But I may have accidentally vulnerable. Okay. So intolerant to no. So okay. Yes! Troodon! The last of the dinosaurs that we're releasing! What a wonderful time to be alive. That should help at least a little. And that's it. With 15 minutes left on the time that I had given myself, we have completed our Canada Park. The only thing left for me to do really is that I really want to do is just double check and see if there's not enough space here. Oh, there's definitely not enough space here. No flipping way. Okay, that'll do it then. We have finished. 2 hours, 46 minutes, and 15 seconds. We are done. We have completed our Canada Park. I'm going to leave you all with one last question as I decide to take a ride in the Jurassic tour. Given how we've done it and this journey together, what would you like me to do next? Australia? Gondwana? Realistic dinosaurs only? Let me know what you guys wish for the next 5 minutes. You got the next 5 minutes to throw suggestions for the next stream and whatnot my way, and that will do it. We'll just enjoy the ride around the tour park in the meantime. Jen's choice. I'm gonna hang out over here.
Albertasaurus is not able to reach great heights when defensively swinging its club-like tail, and will instead attempt to deter large predatory carnivores by targeting the shins or feet of its assailants.
The Rexes are fighting, so I guess that'll have to wait. And on South America, Antarctica, and Africa, and that's some solid variety. I would agree on that notion. So that's why I said, as soon as I said Australia, I'm like, Australia has like 4 animals. So I should do Gondwana. I mean, valid. Also, who in the fuck has low health? Why do you have low health? Unbelievable. Okay, if you're trying to pick a fight with another Pachy, that's a really bad decision. And as it turns out, that's exactly what's going to happen. See what that gets you? It gets you dead.
En route to collect the asset.
That is mad irritating. Oh. If infected wound was what was killing it. Now who's injured? You're dead. You have a minor fracture. We can deal with that. Well, he's off to the dino morgue.
Transit has commenced.
Yep, dead Pachy. Shouldn't have gotten into a fight when you're that low of health, you stubborn little fool. But now that we're done here, I'm going to save one last time and then call it here. We'll do Gondwana in the next stream. Don't forget to be awesome, my friends, and I'll see you guys on the other side.